Hey YouTube, it's SnorlaxCrossing here, bringing you a battle against WhisperInTheWind from the Marriland Forums. So I lead with an Uxie, and looks like she leads with a Tyranitar. And yeah, I don't know what kind of Tyranitar this is, because there's just so many types out there, so I just go for the Yawn, because I think that's pretty safe. But turns out to be the one type of Tyranitar that can take a Yawn, and actually doesn't mind at all. Which is a curse tar, because these things carry the sleep talk and the rest and all. So, yeah, this is 2 curses later, and I'm not too confident at this point. I can already see where this is heading. And you know, after I set up the light screen, looks like she gets lucky and gets a 3rd curse. So now this is a bulky Rest Talk Tyranitar with 3 curses up, and this is not looking good at all. And so I'm just going to go to the one thing of mine which I think can take a payback. And yeah, that happens to be my Zapdos. And yeah, so I go for the Thunderbolt here, and looks like she goes for the payback, and that's going to do a whole lot. And I guess I really shouldn't be surprised, but I was right. I did survive 1, and that's gonna allow me to get a Thunder Wave on it. And yeah, not looking too good, because you know, this is probably the one thing I have, or at least at this point I thought it was the one thing I had that could, you know, take or dish out anything. But apparently I forgot that I had a Scizor, and ends up saving my ass with a ×4 super effective superpower. And I was so pissed, because I cannot believe I forgot I had this thing. Because I essentially lost my Zapdos for nothing, and that's really unfortunate. But now I'm sort of back in the game, but still in the hole. And yeah, looks like she sends in a Dragonite, and my Scizor can't do anything to that. So I send in Uxie, who absolutely takes that Draco Meteor like a beast. I know the light screen was up, but you know, it's still pretty cool. So anyways, looks like this Dragonite has the Roost, and I'm just gonna Yawn it. And I'm pretty sure at this point she's gonna switch out, because Sleeping Dragonite's just really useless. Mostly because they can't take sponge hits or anything. At least most of them can. So I go for the U-turn, and that's pretty good. Looks like she goes out into the Rotom, and unfortunately I lose my light screen there. And that's gonna be pretty bad, because now this thing can do a lot to me with that Thunderbolt. But you know, it's just under half, whatever. And I go for the Pursuit in case she decides to switch out, and just because, you know, it's a 1-hit kill anyways. And Bullet Punch wouldn't be able to do it any better. So looks like she goes into a Dragonite now, and Pursuit can't do that much to Dragonite at this point. So I just go into Croaksta, my Politoed, and this thing's a very nice special tank, and I really like it. So I can threaten it with the Ice Beam now, and I'm not sure I want to Toxic it if it stays in. So I just go for the Surf, predicting the switch, and I'm really glad I didn't Toxic. I don't know, I guess that might have been a better play 9 times out of 10, but in this case, definitely not, because looks like she goes into the Registeel, and so now I go into Scizor to threaten with the superpower, and that turns out pretty well, because she goes for the Toxic. And so now I was really thinking about going for the U-turn, and I just didn't, and that was god-awful, because that would have been a 1-hit kill on that Slowbro for sure, and that just really sucked. But you know, it doesn't matter too much, because I have a pretty good switch in, and that is Venusaur, who takes the T-Wave, which is not all too bad. I'd rather have Venusaur be T-Wave than pretty much anything else on my team at this point. And so yeah, looks like she's gonna go for the Psychic, but because Venusaur is just so dang awesome, it just takes that Psychic and just destroys it. And yeah, I'm able to put the Slowbro to sleep, and things are looking up, I have to say. But at this point, I'm 99% sure she's gonna switch, and I'm 99% sure she's going to send in a counter. So I switch out into Caesar, who is prepared for anything, sort of. And after the stealth rock damage, I'm thinking, this is probably going to kill the Heracross. Might not have. I'm honestly not sure, but if that mattered, sorry, Whisper in the Wind, but what happens. So anyways, now she goes into a Dragonite, and I'm not quite sure why though, because that's just gonna get wasted to a Bullet Punch. That crit did not matter. That second one, I'm sure, did not matter. But anyway, so now she goes into Slowbro, and yeah, I'm just gonna switch into Venusaur here, and try to kill it with an Energy Ball. And I think I was pretty sure it was gonna kill, but apparently it does not. And this is really ironic. This Slowbro actually gets killed by the T-Tar's Sandstorm, so it's almost like Friendly Fire. I don't know, kind of ironic. But anyways, looks like she now goes into Registeel again for the epic explosion finish. So yeah, it's a pretty good game. Whisper in the Wind. Unfortunately, she DC'd. He DC'd after the battle, and so that was really disappointing. I mean, it doesn't get shown here, but anyways, comment, rate, subscribe, you guys. I will see you next time. Peace. Just a short explanation for anyone who was confused about why the DC didn't show up on the screen. It actually occurred after the battle, when you're on that screen in between the battle and when you go back to the Wi-Fi room. So I don't know exactly what happened. It could have been a mistake, but I did message Whispered in the Wind about it afterwards and never got a response. So I'm not sure. I guess I'll give he/she the benefit of the doubt. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure about that. But anyways, it doesn't matter. It was a great battle. So comment, rate, subscribe, you guys, and I will see you next time.